Hey, I'm Tom.
And I'm Terry.
Welcome to episode 104 of Bird Squawk.
Wow, there's a lot to talk about today revolving quarterbacks that the Eagles have linkage to. And wow, we have a lot to get into, and we'll get into that right away. But before we start, I want to shout out the Philly show. We said we were going down on the last week's show, and it did not disappoint. We had a great time down there meeting players, Boston, BG, and Shady. It was great. Philly was awesome.
Yeah, it was. What a time, man. I mean, Brandon Graham lived up to everything, all of my expectations. I mean, the guy was electric out of the gate. As soon as you said hi to him, his personality was just amazing.
Yeah, it was great.
Got him to sign my jersey. He put on the old strip sack Brady on there for me. And showed him the old tat. And he said, we got to get you one on the other arm. So he said, we're going to have another parade. I said, well, we were at the last one.
That's right. So I got Shady, iconic snow photo, and the photo of me. If you follow us on Instagram, I got Boston to sign the photo of me and him. Both, once again, everyone was great. It was a really good time to get back. Lots of Eagles fans. Saw E-Rock. Just felt like it was the season again. Felt good to be back in Eagles green with other Eagles fans. But now we got the information, a lot to talk about today. And we'll start.
Did the offseason like erupt in the past couple days?
So we'll start with the one that we were talking about the last couple weeks. Russell Wilson, unfortunately.
Man. We wanted Russ to cook in Philly.
Not cooking in Philly. Apparently.
But that's all right.
They tried. He didn't want to come here.
He didn't want to come to Philly, man. Why would you not want to come to Philly?
Yeah, something.
That's on him.
I mean, what Denver gave up, I kind of ran through it in my head. That would have gutted this team. Denver gave up a lot.
Yeah, we knew it was going to take a lot to get somebody
I knew it was going to be a lot, but I didn't even think it was going to be that much.
You know, at the end of the day, I don't know. I'm still torn because, you know, Russ in Midnight Green would have looked so damn good.
It would have. It would have been very exciting.
We close that door now because he decided against us.
And the door that remains slightly open, which still scares me, is the whole Deshaun Watson thing.
Yeah, I'm just not sold on Deshaun Watson. Not like I was on Russ. I mean, I don't have, you know, the dude's got talent, but we got all these character issues. And now we got, you know, who even knows how long he'll be suspended? I guess
that's the thing too.
It's like Friday we'll find out what's going on.
Apparently some legal thing is happening Friday. And to me, if this kind of gets brushed under the rug a little bit, kind of people want to forget about it, I would give it under a week. My over-under would be less than a week in how he's making a move.
It just goes to show, though, how he is always talking. Talking smoke.
There's been, you
know, we're so
set on Jalen.
Set on Jalen. Yeah, what do you want for Russ?
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, they are so, as much as we wanted to think there was something there with Russ, their name is always with Deshaun Watson. Always. Joe Banner just said the other day, too, that if it clears up, but I agree, the suspension thing, who knows what's happening with that, if he will, what's happening with that, but.
And then we segue into the Howie saying, the guy's like a finger on our hand.
And once again, Howie gets crap. But once again,
he's got to be sitting in his office today, smiling like the Cheshire Cat.
He wins another trade. As much as we crap on him, as much as his drafting makes us scream, he wins another trade with the Carson Wentz trade that we got a first-round pick for this guy a year ago. He's now coming back to the division, to the Commanders, which is exciting. It's gonna make.
Is that game gonna be electric?
Man. It's weird. It is very weird.
I just hope I'm not in Disney that week when that game is.
It is crazy that. I mean, it's the same talk as last year. Oh, we thought maybe he had success in Indy. I mean, I don't think he has success in Washington, but what if he does? It would suck.
I mean, you gotta think that Tyler Heineke's day just went down the tubes because they're giving Wentz $28 million. Yeah. He's not carrying the clipboard.
No, yeah.
You know, he's
definitely coming in as a
starter.
it's very interesting. There was the big talk when we were here, the character issues, the
leadership.
Yeah,
baggage with this dude.
The uncoachable stuff wasn't good to coaching, and it comes out instantly right after the Indy trade that is...
Yeah, his resistance to hard coaching was a factor.
Yeah.
Leadership was a factor. You know, they bailed on him after a year. And really... And this dude was MVP status
in
2017.
Just what the fall off and the defending that we did of that guy.
This dude could possibly be out of the league after next season.
Yeah, depending on what he does. I mean, a lot of people don't expect much. I mean, I think that
we were all in on this guy.
The main thing is he didn't really have, if you really look at this year, he didn't play terrible. He just has those Wentz moments that are like, what is he doing? And he just derails himself.
I think the biggest thing that hurts him is like, you can't trust him.
Yeah.
And you know, and you can't trust him at the most
the most important times.
Critical times, you know, he'll do something that you're like, what are you doing? And I mean, for what he did for the season, the only thought that Indy had was that last game.
Yeah.
That last game.
I mean,
that ended his career.
Really, the main thing is, okay, Wentz is coming back, whatever. The main thing is Russ didn't want to go to Washington either, because Washington made a
huge offer. They were going all in.
So as much as we didn't get him, they didn't get him either. That's big. Yeah, I mean that really makes those games very, very interesting now. But just exciting.
We've talked over the course of these shows. You know, we were thinking Russ. We wanted Russ.
Yes.
But we also said, hey, if we got to go with Jalen again, we go with Jalen.
I think
it's not like we're backtracking or anything. We never said anything.
No, yeah.
It's like, you know, for the team, you know, who knows though?
Yeah.
Who knows? Because we know how he says what he says.
Yes.
But what I'm interested in is, you know, next week, Monday.
Yeah.
This free agency is going to be as crazy.
Yes.
I feel like Seattle is having a sale.
I mean, there is people. I mean, Bobby Wagner. Jordan Hicks just got released today.
Bobby Wagner would be worth kicking the tires on.
Yeah.
Seeing if you could get him to come in here, you know, for a good price, bring some leadership to a position that we need.
Yes.
I don't know.
I would agree. I wouldn't overpay for him, but if you could get him here on a relatively nice team-friendly deal, I definitely would. Marcus Williams, the safety's been a name we're tied to. There's a lot of wide receivers.
Tyler Lockett's probably up for grabs.
Even DK maybe, even though we should have him already.
If Howie could get DK for Rager.
Oh yeah.
That would be awesome.
There are guys out there. There are some nice wide receivers that we've kind of talked about that they could fill in that. There are definitely guys out there, and there's cap that we have that they're definitely going to be making some signings, and I think I don't know if they're going to be any big home run hits, but they're definitely going to bring in some solid guys, I think.
I feel like we could probably move Fletch, too. I don't know.
It really depends on where you see it.
I really don't know.
We kind of talked about this last year with the whole Fletch thing, kind of, when we thought that they were going to be 4-12 last year, but it gets to the part when do you move some of these guys? When do you really try and retool? It could be interesting. There was noise around the trade deadline with Fletch, but I would assume he's probably here. But you never know.
Allen Robinson's another name that's floating out there. I mean, we definitely need some kind of veteran presence in that wide receiver room.
Amari Cooper, maybe. I don't know. There's definitely guys that are interesting. Solid guys that have proven stuff in the league that are going to be out there at reasonable deals probably.
Get rid of Rager. Get rid of Arcega-Whiteside. And let's move on. Bring in some veterans. Draft some people. And I'm ready. I'm excited for free agency to start because I think it's going to be boom, out the gate, man.
Speaking of free agency, obviously it's a big week next week, and we're going to try and get a video. But it might be we might have to record a little early. Sadly, I'm getting my wisdom teeth out. So we might have to record a little before everything happens, but we'll try and get the best as we can when everything comes in. Something also fun this week that happened today. Jason Kelsey hosting the morning show on WIP, and then getting support from his coaches calling in, Saucy and Stoutland.
You gotta love it, man. I mean, like the thing with Kelsey is like he just gets us.
Yeah.
You know, he just gets it. He gets what it is to play in Philly. You know, and what you got to do, and how to be loved by the fans. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I would say as a lifelong Eagles fan, you know, my guy's Doc. My second guy after this weekend. I mean, I always liked BG, but man, he just jumped the charts, you know, this weekend, getting to meet him. And then it would have to be Kelsey.
Yeah.
You know?
He definitely has gas left in the tank. He definitely can come back and succeed at a high level. But yeah, I mean, just Saucy, I mean, if you like him or hate him, you have to at least, like, give the guy some credit. I mean,
You gotta love the energy Saucy.
I mean, he's got the Sixers thing on at the Sixers sweatshirt on at the combine, the mini hoop stuff again.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just fun things.
I mean, he whooped Kimmy Cheek's butt. She fell over. He didn't even go help her
I mean,
up, man. That's how competitive we are. We ain't getting you up. We're shooting, man.
The story about Gardner, I mean, there was just good stuff. You can tell, hopefully he takes a step forward as well next year. I thought he had a good rookie season as a head coach. But if they can lure Kelsey in doing this stuff, I mean, that's fun. That's nice stuff that he did today. It makes you feel good that that's the guy at the helm of this team.
He got Kelsey a keg, and then, I mean, Stoutland called in and said, what do I got to do to top that? You know?
Yeah.
So, just, I think the whole vibe that Saucy has brought after Dougie and the whole, you know, whatever, I think Saucy knows how to be part of Philly.
Yeah, I think he has to. I mean, as much as if it's fan service, whatever, him wearing the shirts every week and like supporting the local teams, whatever you think about that, it's still it gets people, like, it gets at least me.
Juice, baby.
Yeah,
Juice.
I feed into that as much
One
as that
of
might
us.
just be fan service.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean,
You want a guy like that to succeed, right?
Yeah.
You want him to do well.
exactly. Obviously, we want him to do well. Saucy's the head coach, man. So for an off-season episode, there was a lot to talk about. Usually it's just skepticism and like rumors and all that, but wow, a busy last couple days.
Yeah, I mean, off-season kicked in hot and heavy.
Yeah.
You know, it went from Aaron Rodgers, you know,
Yep,
signing, Devontae getting tagged,
yeah.
Russ getting traded, and now Carson
Coming
getting
back
traded.
to the division.
And it makes you wonder, what are the Colts thinking? Because they don't even have a quarterback.
Yeah,
So,
it must have been dire enough that they
Yeah,
did something. So there's writing on the wall. As much as there was when there was here, there is some there.
there's definitely a 30 for 30 in that future, you know, of how
Potentially.
you could be here
Yeah.
in 2017
And just fall off.
and then just fall off the cliff.
Yeah, it's really interesting. So, as always, guys, thank you for watching. We'll be back next Wednesday, as always, talking about free agency. Get juiced. It's starting the off season.
Who's going to be a bird next week, man? Who's
knows?
going to be a bird?
That'll be exciting. But we'll be here next Wednesday talking about that all. Thank you guys always for watching. Make sure to follow us on Instagram at birds_squawk. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Go birds.